and gals, never here for Drake Wing Gaming, and sending me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of I Wanna Hug That Gator. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Let's see. Okay. Damien takes a spot right next to his brother and helps him in setting up the large squat block of a console. Man, that thing looks pretty old. Huge. Okay, we're all set. The controller is tossed into my lap, and I marvel at just how large it is. Thanks, Damien. But I'm not much of a gamer. In fact, I've never actually played anything more than some Flash games online. Nah, it's cool. We can play something simple till you get used to it, or... I don't want to be a bother, Damien. I'll be fine just watching for now. That's weird, Inky. You're weird. Bro, chill. Give Inco some time. He'll be playing once he sees how awesome it is. The young boy nods and focuses back on the screen. The screen flashes to a menu screen of some kind. Inclining deeper into the couch, I allow my mind to drift. I don't know how long my brain was off, only that it came back when I heard the telltale noise of a door hinge opening. Looking in the direction of the noise, I see Olivia on her knees, casually shuffling on the floor of the couch. Hey, Olivia! The game pauses when I say that, and the two brothers also wave at her. Hey guys, dinner ready yet? Almost, little ace. Randy's shout came from the kitchen. When did he get there? Man, I must have spaced out for a while. A quick check on my phone says I've been in deep thought for at least an hour. Whoa, okay, the fish is ready, you guys. Fish? But I didn't hear any cooking, and I don't smell anything. You kids coming? Just a sec. Olivia and Vinny follow after Randy's voice without a word, while Damien quickly pauses his game and sets the controllers aside before motioning me to join them. I push myself up and trudge toward the kitchen. Inside, the Payne family is hurrying to sit at the dining room table. Even Olivia is struggling to help herself up onto a chair, but a hand from Damien pulls her up. On the dining room table sits a silvered tray covered in raw fish, wasabi, bottles of soy sauce, and slices of ginger. Ever have sashimi, Inco? I'm actually very familiar with it. I'm surprised at my sudden turn of luck. Many times, actually. My family orders stuff like this on the weekends a lot. Hey, that's great to hear. Well, don't just stand there. Feel free to join us. I eagerly take a seat, starting to feel slightly rejuvenated. Everybody begins to pass out plates to one another, and we all pluck pieces of salmon from the tray and place them onto our plates. 5 minutes in, and everybody's enjoying the fish. I can't help but notice nobody else is eating properly, though. They soak their fish in soy sauce, and the ginger seems to be eaten at random rather than used as a palate cleanser. I just wantonly eat this delicious meal like that. I raise my voice to get the attention of everybody at the table. You know you're supposed to be using the wasabi and soy sauce on the same piece of fish, right? On opposite sides, like this. I offer a demonstration. No kidding. Good to know. And the ginger slices are supposed to be eaten between pieces as a way of cleansing your palate and aiding digestion. Come on, who has the time? Plus, I like the taste. If you're gonna eat traditional food, you should eat it the right way. Damien smirks at me, and I can tell neither he nor Vinny has bothered to listen to what I have to say. At least Randy and Sophia have at least tried out the technique, albeit sloppily. And Olivia is looking at me with a bit of a pout on her face. What's wrong? We're not at a restaurant, Inco. Let them eat however they want. But the correct way ensures a balanced flavor. Maybe, but there's no accounting for taste, you know. Technique is the most important part of food like this. In some cases, it's even deadly if you don't follow careful instructions. Ever heard of fugu sashimi? It's made from puffer fish, and if you don't prepare it right, it can be deadly. Good thing we're not eating puffer fish, then. Well, yeah, but that's the idea behind it. You're welcome to eat it however you want. Just let us enjoy the food, okay? Fine. Olivia gives me an earnest smile before returning to her fish. It's a little disappointing to hear, especially since they don't get to eat this kind of food very often. It's kind of a waste if they don't eat it right. After dinner, Olivia and the Payne brothers and I are all back in the living room. On the TV screen, two large robot-looking figures fire at one another with automatic weapons. Don't bother to keep track of time. We were all too enraptured by the pixelated entertainment before us. Which is how I'd missed my last chance home. Mrs. Payne doesn't look too upset, though. In fact, I think they expected me to spend the night again. especially with how Randy had been so quick to pull out some blankets and pillows for me. Both of the parents insisted I stayed. It's not like I could realistically walk home. So, once again, I'm staying over and currently sat at the foot of the couch with Olivia, and we're both bundled up to stave off the chilly winter night. The soft, growling purr that Olivia makes when she's content has become almost therapeutic to me. So, how are you feeling? Oh, I really enjoy spending time with everyone like this. Thank you for being here, Inco. I feel a lot better knowing you're with me. Same here. Her palm wraps around my left hand, and I give her a reassuring smile. In all honesty, I should probably go to bed now. Don't want to be tired and sad, you know? Yeah, I get it. Well, you could always join me in my room. I couldn't! Randy would kill me! Yeah, you're right. You want to help me up? Oh, yeah, sure. With some careful movements in support of her tail, I help Olivia shuffle herself towards her room. I narrowly avoid stubbing my toe again as I set her down on the bed, and she quickly wraps herself in blankets. See you in the morning, Inco. You too. I quickly make my exit and close the door behind me, eager to hide the growing blush on my face. At this rate, I don't think I'll ever get used to this whole romance thing. Either way, I head back to the living room and fall on the couch, getting ready to pass out. All in all, today was pretty good. Mornings in the Payne residence were lively, to say the least. Or maybe it's because it's a Saturday. That is to say, my weekend sleep schedule was cut far shorter than I would have liked. Mostly by Damien's little brother landing feet first on my chest and knocking the air out of my lungs. Inky! It's the second time in a row. I sputter and sit up in an attempt to get back some precious oxygen. Vinny immediately sat on the pillow I had used. Morning, Vinny. I check up my phone and says that it's 7:30. 4 hours too early. The TV flickers to life and Vinny starts flicking through the channels at a speed only he can comprehend. Morning, Inco. Sorry about the wake-up call. It's Vinny's favorite season. Winter? Hockey! Vinny cheers loudly and I look to the screen to see a player being brutally slammed in the protective glass of the ice rink. Ah. Is Olivia up yet? Damien shrugs. Probably not. You guys were up pretty late last night. Plus, it's the weekend. Best to just let her sleep off the food coma. She'll come out of her room eventually. Fair enough. As much as I would enjoy sleeping in as well, Damien and Vinny have taken occupancy over my pseudo bed. There's a recliner just next to us, but I'm not gonna defile what must be Randy's throne. May as well stay up then, I guess. Mind if I get a bowl of cereal? Help yourself, amigo. At least I can check on any updates to my blogs. I head into the kitchen and make myself a bowl, being sure to add some sugar and honey from the condiment cupboard this time. Taking a seat at the table, I begin scrolling through my phone's feed while shoveling cereal into my mouth. As always, it's top-of-the-line content. It's simply great how much can be done now with social networks, really giving a voice to the people. I consider sharing it with the others, but I don't want to ruin their fun. Afterwards, I rejoin Damien and Vinny in the living room, both of whom are absolutely enthralled by the hockey game playing on the TV. With every hit of the puck or rogue shoulder check, the brothers explode with either excitement or devastation. The two also take turns assaulting me with more hockey trivia than I've ever been able to use, particularly about Vinny's favorite goalie. And Vinny got into a fight with the entire hockey team and was transferred to this one. He's great! He's not that great, just like him because he gets in the most fights. Yes! You sure like the sport. Heck yeah, the games are just my kind of thing. That guy that's up right now is also cool. He's... Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, that's a load of bull. Why did McDonald get that penalty? That guy sucks. Vinny, language. Sorry. Vinny, tell him about your collection. Oh, I got all the bobbleheads for this team. Let me show you. Does he actually like the sport or just the constant brawling? Is there really that much of a difference? Yeah. Jokes aside, yeah, he actually likes it despite the ice. You should play some street hockey sometime once it warms up, you know? Not if it's always this chaotic. Relax, there's protective gear you can use. That's not the Here they are! The young boy dumps an armful of beaten-up plastic figures into my lap. Oh, wow, that's a lot. Vinny grins as he takes each of the wobbly-headed figures and gives me a brief explanation of who exactly they are. This bruiser here, he's known for his mean right hook. And with descriptions like that, I am absolutely sure I'd rather sit out any game involving Vinny. I hear the nearby door creak open. Out crawls a tired Gator, rubbing the sleep from her eyes. She helps herself up on the couch. Morning, sleepyhead. Welcome back to the land of the living. Morning, Olivia. Olivia, eyes still closed, mumbles out what sounds like a good morning. Sleep well? Kinda. Couldn't fall asleep until 2 in the morning. Damien and Vinny start shouting in victory as the home team gets the final score. What a slap shot! You gonna love my nuts. Slappy. Alright. Heard the excitement in the room. Watching hockey again? Sophia settles herself onto the recliner, opening up her laptop. Oh, the school's weekly newsletter just came in. Turn down the volume, Damien. Sure thing. Alright, first it says there's a basketball game this Friday against the Tailspikes. In preparation for finals, tutoring will be open after school for everyone that needs it. Damien. I got it covered, Mom. Liz is helping me out. I hope so. Senioritis won't be tolerated. Senioritis won't be tolerated here. Oh, this is interesting. To all our students, you are invited to St. Hammond High School's 201M 2023 BC Winter Formal. Winter Formal? Damien yawns and stretches his arms behind his back. Yeah, some event for seniors they got every year. Basically a dance, but more fancy. It's like the biggest event of the year. You know, next to graduation or prom or whatever. I don't think any of my previous schools ever did something like this, just regular dance. Oh, goodness, excuse me. Immerse yourself in the serene beauty of the wintry night sky with music, food, entertainment, and much more. We will also be hosting a special memorial for one of St. Hammond's finest teachers who has recently passed, Mr. Trent Aitken. Shoot, that's going to be tough to see. The event will take place at the Volcadera Convention Center on Friday, December 15th, from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tickets for the Winter Formal are now on sale online or in Mrs. Prockling's class in room 211. $15 for one and $30 for couples. Please read our event dress code to know what will and will not be allowed for the formal. Have a great weekend. Go Feathertails! Well, it seems like you three have something to look forward to next month. Mrs. Payne closes her laptop with a smile and sets it aside. Mom, it's about that time. She gasps and checks the clock on the wall. I nearly forgot! Vinny, get your kimono on. I'll start the car. It's called a G, Mom. It's called a gi. A gi, that's right. I'll probably be running some errands while he's at karate practice, so I'll be out until dinner. I'm sure Vinny didn't mean to karate chop my throat as he got up. He's just eager to get to class. Backer from Olivia helps to clear my airway quicker, at least. Well then. Damien switches on some game and slumps in his familiar position in the recliner in mere seconds. I don't even know how he keeps track of the blur of colors on screen. I feel like it's gonna give me a seizure if I look too hard. So, you two are going together and smooching, right? A powerful, crushing force attempts to pulverize my fingers into mulch. My god, Damien, you can't just start a conversation like that! Olivia's hand relents and leaves my palm feeling tender. Relax, I'm joking, sorta. Your arm's around her shoulder and all. When did that get there? I go to remove it, but Olivia holds on tight. Yeah, well, you plan on going to the Winter Formal with Liz? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!